We're back! God damn it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sonic Heroes. I'm Mark.
And I am a small rabbit.
And we are playing some more Heroes because we're almost done, guys. Last 2 levels in the game. And this is one of my favorite levels right here.
This level is one of the most bullshit levels ever to try to get an A rank for Team Rose on. Just because of the fact that you have to get to the end stupidly quickly, but you also need a shit ton of rings, or else it's not a proper A rank for the secondary objective.
I get an A rank with Team Sonic every time.
Yeah, Team Sonic is the easiest team to get A ranks, though.
Yeah. I also get A ranks pretty much every time with Chaotix on this one.
Again, I'm not super surprised, just because...
Chaotix in general is not super easy to get A ranks with.
Really? I just thought Team...
Some of their missions are just really obtuse.
I always thought Chaotix was a heck of a lot nicer to play than, Dark is definitely the hardcore mode. Also, why is the camera so zoomed in?
Because you used the control stick.
I didn't use it, though. I never touched the control stick at all.
It looked like you used the camera. You used the shoulder buttons. And
I did, but that was because I used the shoulder buttons, Chip.
No.
Yeah.
Also, you need the button. Going up. So there was a big earthquake last night. Like magnitude 4.5. That's pretty big.
I mean, especially if you were from like the Midwest, where a magnitude 0 would be considered big.
No, that's a pretty good size earthquake. It's not gonna like rip buildings down unless you're unless all your buildings are like made out of mud. But you know,
I mean,
it gave us a good shake. It woke me up in the middle of sleep.
See, I'm not sure if it would have woken me up from sleep, because at that point I was doing that, like, half-sleep thing, where it's like, you aren't really asleep, but you want to be asleep.
Well, I was in the middle of a dream.
And it lasts, like, the entire night, though.
I was in the middle of a dream, so I know it woke me up from sleep.
See, I, like, have this weird half-dream thing, where it's like, I knew that I was asleep in bed the entire time. But at the same time, I also had, like, other things going on that I know that couldn't have been real. So I just call that like a what on earth? See, I'm not touching it. The camera is...
For some reason it thought you were.
The camera is kind of fucked in Team Rose as well. See, this is why I don't use Xbox as well. GameCube never has a problem like this. Only in Xbox.
No, that never happens on Xbox when I play.
Yeah,
but I know it hasn't, but I think I know what's wrong. Pause real quick.
Oh.
And don't touch anything.
Did you turn on the console with the controller slightly messed up? Because if it's slightly tilted, it'll...
Yeah, I think that might be what happened.
Yeah, because I was wondering why it kept on doing that.
That's
a thing that is really only ever seen on Xbox PS2. Okay, why is it turning? That's weird.
Wasn't that you?
No! This is still not me! I think you just have a bad controller.
No, because that's the same controller we've been using.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna swap out controllers.
Yeah, guys, that's really weird. I'm not... I kid you not, I wasn't even touching the controller, and it was spinning the camera around me.
It's the exact same controller we've been using, so I don't know why...
I don't know, maybe because it's been left on the floor for like...
It wasn't on the floor, it was on the cabinet right there. I don't leave my controllers on the floor. He says ignoring the PS2 controller on the floor.
And ignoring the fact that your door is
controller.
like jammed with a controller right this second.
It's a box, it's not a controller. Last I checked, boxes aren't controllers.
That's what you think. And then you see that it's actually the fat controller, and it's like the Duke.
No, but they did release a Duke for Xbox One.
I saw! I want to get it just because...
Yeah, but $70?
It's not terrible considering...
That's so expensive for a controller.
I don't know, considering the fact that, like, if you wanted to buy one of those frickin' Labos, it's like $100.
Well, Labo's just a rip-off in general.
But also Labo is really cool, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna pay an exorbitant amount of money for a piece of cardboard.
Not gonna lie, totally kind of want to get a Labo if I get a Switch. But like one of the cool ones, like the mech suit that you can wear. Because that's pretty cool.
There, so yeah, I guess it must just be that controller was acting up.
Yeah.
I'll have to test it out later.
You might just need to clean out the one thingy since it got unplugged a shit ton, remember? Where it kept on getting unplugged last time too.
Yeah, I think it's because it has an aftermarket connector.
Oh, the breakaway?
Yeah, the breakaway part is a...
Which is crazy to me that your breakaway that's the third party is like messed up. And...
Well, we don't know that it is. That's just my theory at this point.
Or rather, I should say, it's weird that your breakaway cable is third party and it's actually shorter than my like first party, like 17 feet long one.
Well, because yours isn't first party either. Yours is Mad Catz. Yeah.
Why does it work so well?
Because Mad Catz did make some good products, it's just most of their controllers were ass.
I don't know. I still think that my Mad Catz Dreamcast is still
the blue PS2
infinitely better.
We had was shit.
Yeah, it was one bad, and then
Not to mention every GameCube controller I've had that's Mad Catz broke within 2 weeks of owning it.
Okay, admittedly though, admittedly the one GameCube controller that you've owned of Mad Catz, we did get at a Goodwill, not sure.
No, I didn't. I never bought a GameCube controller from Goodwill that was Mad Catz branded. I got a brand new one back when I first got the GameCube, because getting a second first-party controller was too expensive. And
arguably still is.
And then I got one later, and the later one was used, and it broke within a week of me owning it. The one I got brand new, though, to be fair to it, it lasted maybe a month before it broke.
Our PS2 one that was Mad Catz, despite the fact that it was kind of a shitty one, it did manage to last us like 3 years of constant use.
No, it did not last that long. It started doing the camera stick zooming, like spinning around in circles without anybody touching it after like the 3rd day.
I don't know, we've had 3 different blue PS2 controllers, and like all but one of them has been really good, and all 3 of them were Mad Catz, so...
No, because we owned a couple of OEM blue ones. We're gonna cut right there. Alright, and we're back. I'm going in as Team Gameidiots.
Yeah, let's go!
Gameidiots.
Are you telling me that Eggman is behind all this?
I don't think that was exactly a secret. Also, I like how there's one eyeball texture on the ship that keeps flashing.
I noticed that.
At the beginning of this cutscene.
But only for Chaotix, it didn't happen
No,
in...
it happened in Rose, too.
It doesn't happen in the back room game Xbox. There we go.
It's probably because we're displaying it in high definition, or like it's higher quality than just... Well, no, actually, because that one's on component too, so...
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It's probably just...
Oh, that's right! I have to go without getting detected. I forgot. Whoops! Look at me forgetting what the heck to do.
Instant death. Good job. I thought you were dodging them on purpose for some reason.
No, you jinxed me by talking about it.
Just don't touch the control stick ever when you're falling off of one of those, and you'll be fine.
Okay. Now we just sneak on by.
Here they come. Watch out.
Fool.
It's okay, I can hit them. They just can't see me. They'll just be like, what hit me? Yeah, I forgot they're not allowed to see you.
Why not try up there?
Why not try up there?
I only get really good reasons why I not try up there. Oh, oops. Guess I gotta be strength.
You better be find that computer room.
Wrong game.
Nope. Officially, this is the first ever time that he wanted to find the computer room. Like, I'm not even joking, there is a computer room in this game. Because, one of their missions that they get technically not in the...
altitude already.
I should say,
Time makes me dizzy.
It's in their final cutscene.
You're a bee. Shouldn't you be used to flying? Oh wait, we don't need that. We need it next level though.
But yeah, like, I like how Charmy just flies. I have to say, I love the hammer spin. I don't care what anybody says about her. Amy Rose is best character. Her hammer spin is truly the most overpowered movement tech in any game.
There are so many battleships.
Yeah.
Could this be Eggman's Armada?
Yeah.
No.
They're all controlled by robots. Guess the dock is pretty lonely.
I can't think of a single platformer where there's a better movement tech. Also, you missed it.
No. There's 3 of them. I have to activate them now. Which means I gotta kill all the sword boys.
Wow! Plenty of enemies around here!
I guess 3 could be considered plenty if you're dumb.
I forgot to pay the electric bill for the office.
I'll take the lead!
Now, we can just,
Charmy, B.
now Henry combined 2 of the most annoying bees ever. The mighty bee with Charmy.
I don't know why, but the Charmy Bee might be my favorite television program ever. I just love the idea of it. The Charmy. I'll take the lead!
Level down. Really free again. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Oh, geez.
You have to put them in the correct order, else you get caught.
Here we go! Got it!
Let's just do that and not worry about it.
Let's go.
No.
Lol. Think you're clever with your puzzles game? I'll show you. I'm more clever. You just go around it. Who needs to problem solve? Wait, where am I? Oh, I just
Here we go.
teleported myself back. Come on, get back on the flower
Here we
train.
go!
So, where am I? What is this place? Oh, it's one of these rooms. Okay.
Let's go.
Huh. I need to be powered.
You see, the secret is you have to hit those switches with flight.
I'll take the lead!
What switches?
See them?
Oh, over there.
Also on your side as well.
Or I could just fly up and not
Here we
worry about it.
go!
Yeah. Could just do that too.
Here we go!
Let's go.
I wonder if I'm allowed to be spotted by the neck. Oh, it's just a big cannon. Oh no, there isn't that. Wonder if he wonders why the cannon just exploded in front of him. Like, yes, the cannon just exploded. Maybe I should do something. Nah, I think I'll just stand by. Putting all that good programming the doctor made to use.
Roger.
Alright, so that was... And yeah, I forgot that you can't be seen by the robots.
Good
Screw
job.
you.
Look out for the
Nothing
computer
more to be
room.
said.
Wrong game. We're not playing shads yet.
Also,
Alright,
Proceed
we'll go
with
ahead and
caution.
cut right there.
and be careful not to fall.
And we're back. And this time we're gonna go with
Okay!
All right.
Team Quicksilver over here.
Ooh, actually, that... By the time
See,
this-
there it is.
Yeah, true. I don't know why it's flickering on your version. I don't know if it's just a bad rip that you have or what.
No, because it does that on... It does that on the PS3 emulation, the PS2 version, the PS2 version, and the PC version.
They must have fixed it for the GameCube then, because honestly, that is the one I played the most of.
Yeah,
Well, outside
yeah,
of PS2.
Yeah, I think the GameCube version's the only one that doesn't have it.
high.
Admittedly, though, the GameCube version, they did actually fix, like, everything that was a glitch. Like, The GameCube version is definitively the best version just because they actually
Get away
fixed
from the
most of the
marker.
glitches in the
Beginners
game.
are aiming this way.
The Xbox version, they just
Look
kind
at
of
all those Eggman robots.
put a higher resolution graphics on.
Well, no, because the Xbox version and the GameCube version are basically the same.
They don't have a lot of the bug fixes though, which is why you can do things like fly infinitely as big. But
No, you can do that on the GameCube version.
you can, but it's like a more
And it's
precise
no,
trick.
it's exactly the same. The only console version that's different is the PS2 version, and then the PC version is the PC version.
The PC version very much so similar to the like Grand Theft Auto PC versions and like Arm and RTS's PC version are very much so different games.
Well, unlike RTS, the PC version, or unlike Heroes, the PC version of RTS came first.
Yeah, RTS's console version, guys. If this is out at that point, I can't wait for Chip to try it out at some point. And just experience how they managed to make RTS way better controlling.
I doubt that.
Then again, I just hate RTS controls in PC games in general.
I like how Army Man RTS controls.
I didn't like it just because it's too... The camera's too limited, and also it's just a pain in the ass to do anything.
I like it a lot.
They
better
fixed a
than
lot
most
of the... They fixed a lot of the things that I have issue with. Like, for instance, selecting your troops can sometimes be a pain in the butt in the PC version.
No, it's super easy. You just drag a box over.
Yeah, that's the stupid problem, though. Is you know, half of the time you're gonna leave most of your army behind because you just can't fit them all on your screen. Also, the unit limit is increased, which I like. PC unit limit is kind of low.
I doubt it's much different. In fact, if anything, I'd be shocked if it was actually higher. It's either going to be the same or lower.
The whole reason why the unit limit exists on the PC version is expressly because of
Firing at us. Dodge the bullets by
multiplayer
moving
issues.
up and down.
No,
They don't have
No,
it.
it exists for.
Here it comes.
It's
Move
not
down.
for like
Yes.
it's not for frickin' the ability to like run it better on more things.
Yeah, but it's for basically balancing. Because otherwise you could just build 7,000 tanks and be done with it.
Yeah. That's expressly for the multiplayer though, because it's
No,
the
it's
only
not.
time
It's
it
on
would
the single
be
player,
important.
too.
I know, but I'm saying that's the only reason why they added in is because multiplayer exists.
Leave it to me.
Because the single player, there's a very, very finite amount of like plastic you can get throughout it.
Same in the multiplayer.
No, in the multiplayer,
There's not unlimited plastic in a multiplayer.
Leave it to
well,
me.
except for that one.
Except for the one hacked map that has a hacked ID.
No, not the hacked map.
Yeah.
The official
No,
one.
there's no official map of unlimited plastic.
But rather, I should say it's not unlimited, but it's basically unlimited.
There is
Because
no
most of-
official map with unlimited
Any
plastic.
of the ones that have 8, that's 8 times the amount of plastic that you're probably going to find in any given level of the single player. There's not much plastic in the single player.
Well, yeah, because you're expected not to play defensively like you might in the multiplayer.
Yeah,
But you're expected to be more offensive.
hence why they just don't even bother with the unit limit, really.
No,
'Cause I had-
I assure you, the unit limit's still there.
I had...
It's just you never hit it because you
I
don't
had-
have enough plastic to hit it.
Oh no, I had enough plastic. I had 80 Grenadiers out at one point, so I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure...
but the way the unit limit works is it's not a set amount. Of
Yeah, it is a
things.
specific
No,
set
it's
amount.
not.
Yep.
It's not. If you build higher class things, you build less of them in total.
One down.
Nope.
Yes, it
I
is.
can guarantee you that.
No,
because
I
of
know.
the-
I know exactly how the unit limit works.
Yes,
now.
I do too, because I'm the one who actually hits unit limit almost every time.
Let's get that in.
Yeah, and so do I. But I know how it works.
Yes, it has nothing to do with the classes. There's no
Yes, it does.
There's
The
no
higher-
fancy limits.
Yes,
they
there
weren't
is.
smart enough to do anything like that
yeah,
when they
they
programmed
were.
the game.
They were.
So why do you keep on using that frickin' attack? It's never gonna be useful. The little spinny thing, just hit them with Knuckles. Nipples the enchilada breaks through those shields without having to, you know, waste like an hour
not
on a
what I
long
want to do.
animation.
That is not what I want to do.
Nope, you didn't want to die? Just remember, you can't stun him with Tails, sadly.
No, I could earlier. Tails is just too high of a level now.
You mean low of a level.
No, high. Tails can only do it when he's level 1. Once he hits level 2, he's too high of a level. Or,
He's level 1.
once he hits level 1, he's too high to do it.
Think about the logic in that, and think about how there is literally none.
No, because I stunned the first one, Henry.
Yes, you stunned them with Sonic and
No,
his
I
spinny
used
thing.
it. No, I did not hit him with the spinny thing. I used Tails. I know exactly what I did because I do it every time I play this level.
You play this level maybe once a century.
No, I don't. I play it a lot.
Those rings, though. I love how, basically exclusively for Team Sonic, you can get a butt ton of rings in those, and then everybody else just doesn't have ring trails. So honestly, Team Sonic is stupidly easy in that regard.
But rings don't matter at all to Team Sonic.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Because remember, they're your extra hit.
Yeah, you only have to have one ring now. What the hell?
The thing about, like, Team Shadow is there's not that many rings scattered throughout the levels.
Yeah, but you only need one, so it doesn't really
Yes,
matter.
but you're also going to get hit, like, every step that you take,
Yeah,
because
but
there's that many
you can
enemies.
keep picking up the same ring and be fine.
Except this isn't Shadow the Hedgehog, where they kind of, you know, made
No, in
it
Shadow
possible.
they made it even easier because you only get like, so many rings knocked out of you.
Yeah, which is honestly my favorite thing. Like, why can't more Sonic games follow that?
They do in the future. All of the
06 doesn't.
no, not 06.
Unleashed doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No,
Generations
Unleashed you
does
just
it.
has an H. Unleashed you have like a pseudo HP bar kind of thing. It's
No.
weird. Because
Generations does it.
And no-
Lost World does it.
Lost World is just basically what if Sonic Heroes got a sequel.
No, it's nothing like this.
Yeah, it follows most of the same design principles.
No, it doesn't. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've played Lost World on my Wii U.
You played the demo of one level.
Yeah, it's just basically, oh hey, let's...
It's nothing like Heroes.
Yeah, the only difference is you don't have 3 players.
No, it's not.
But you can do almost every movement that you can in Heroes. Hell, Sonic can even fly if you're willing to run off of walls, jump back, run up that same wall again, and jump back again, and because that's legit.
It's
how...
the closest a modern Sonic game has gotten to adventure-style controls, but it's not really the same at all.
I mean, 06, it's still part of the modern era, and it literally is adventure-style controls.
Well,
Even
yeah,
down
but-
to the
yeah,
fact
but I
that
mean,
it
like-
barely functions
But I
most
mean,
of the
like,
time.
post-06. It's the closest
And
they've
then-
ever gotten.
Got it.
And if you really want to get technical, you could consider the fact that essentially Boom has adventure
Boom isn't
Knuckles.
part of the main canon, so it doesn't matter.
All right, here we go.
I mean, there's only 2 games part of the main canon right now from the quote-unquote post-06 era.
No, Generations...
Lost World,
Lost World...
and Unleashed are the only 2 games part of the canon.
No.
Because Generations is
No,
considered to be
Generations
a
is part of
side
it.
story.
It's still part of it, though.
No, it's similar to how
No.
06, or it's similar to how, well, 06 is, where
06
technically
is
it
counted as
exists.
part of the canon, too.
It
Just
technically
look at
exists,
Generations.
but it
Not
doesn't.
to mention, you're forgetting about Forces and Mania.
Okay, Forces is actually considered a separate story as well. If you remember, it's literally set in a different universe from Sonic.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's
No,
why
it's not.
That's why things like Classic Sonic are back around, and also why Eggman won.
No, it's not. That doesn't make any sense.
Yes,
it's a
it
Sonic
isn't-
game that doesn't take place in a Sonic world. What are you even talking about?
Yes, it has nothing to do with Mobius.
Mobius was a stupid invention from the comics, and it only existed in America. It was not part of the official.
Yes, that is the official
storyline at all.
canon.
No, it's not.
Yes, Station
We'll
Square.
cut right there. And we're back.
However Mobius was made, Chip, it still is officially the official canon
No, it's
right
not. No, it's not.
now. Yes.
No.
Station Square is not on Earth. The only game in the franchise to have ever been set on Earth is Adventure 2, and even then, it's questionable as to whether or not it's actually Earth, because they kind of retcon that in Shadow the Hedgehog.
If I'm not real,
No,
I'm
it's
still
not
the
Mobius.
ultimate
It's
life
not
form,
a
Shadow the
place.
Hedgehog.
That only exists in the comics.
It doesn't, though.
No, it does. It's not
We're
real.
flying very high. We might even be at the edge of space.
Space. Did you say space?
Did you say space? Oh, Shadow, you edgy teenager.
But he's 50 years old.
Here it comes! Get away from the target marker!
Yeah, but in Hedgehog years, that's like 5.
No, that's like 500.
I think it's a garage.
Like, no joke, for whatever reason, Sonic Hedgehog years are crazy. Screw you, Mr. Bad Controls, the McGee, otherwise known as the power character in this game. How do I go this way? I do not see.
You have to kill the guy.
It's like, I do not see. Actually, hit that.
But you can still kill the guy.
Yeah, but killing the guy does nothing.
It makes you feel good.
No, busting makes me feel good.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing. You're busting that robot.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from
By the way, have you noticed that
I'll take it from here.
Shadow actually, or well, Team Dark I should say, is the ones who does that actually best, where they actually all agree to help each other when, like, speed attacks. They're the ones, I don't know what it is about Team Dark, but for whatever reason I've noticed that they tend to, like, follow up Shadow more often than any other team.
here. Okay.
Take it from here.
I don't know what it is about Team Dark.
Well, I'd say most other teams wouldn't be following Shadow anyway. It'd really only be Team Dark that's doing that.
We're off.
But you get what I mean, like,
I'll take it from here.
they're the only ones that does the thing that they're supposed to do. Oh, crap. And that's why the lock-on target system is sometimes annoying. Because it just decided, oh hey, I'm going to attack that thing underneath you. So that makes sense. Surprised you don't go over here more often.
I just let it do its thing.
Confirmed cannons attack.
So when are we going to see an official Strife Witches game?
They already
Like, come
are
to the
quite a
US.
few. They're never going to come to the US, but there are quite a few.
And
Like,
also-
there's one on 360.
I know,
There's the
I want to
PSP
get
one that we had for a while.
I want to get them, just because they are actually pretty fun.
The 360 one is weird from what I've seen.
I really want to get that one in particular because it is kind of weird.
Yeah, but you can't play it on American 360.
Anytime
You
now.
need to mod your 360 for that, or get a Japanese one.
I'll probably just get a modded 360 if, like,
They're not going to have live for 360 much longer. You may as well just mod yours. It's not like you pay for it anyway, so...
no, the reason why I don't want to mod mine is just because, kind of like why I don't want to mod my Wii U, even though that they have officially killed the,
the Wii U's dead.
even though they did officially
pepperoni.
do the thing that would kill it, still just don't want to, like, especially since right
The
now,
Wii U one is completely reversible, though. There's no reason
right
not
now
to.
Wii U modding though is kind of in a dangerous position, quote unquote, because they're not like that yet, where, like, you might have permanent irreversible damage to your Wii U if you... What? Did you see that? I just
It's
fell-
not a solid piece.
Why is it not a solid piece? Why, game? Why can't you just make your background solid?
But no, there's no damage to the Wii U. It's a soft mod.
Well, no, yeah, even in soft modding, you potentially corrupt the...
Unless you're an idiot, that
Internals.
won't happen.
No, it's just a matter of... It sometimes doesn't really work.
No, it works fine. And in fact, if you want to reverse it, all you have to do is update it to the latest
Confirm the
firmware. And
cannon's
then boom.
attack.
But it's
Step
already.
away from the target marker.
Oh, then you can't soft mod it. So.
Yes, you can, because...
No, not on the latest. They disabled the thing that made it possible. The latest firmware.
Well, they released out the latest firmware about a year ago.
Yeah, I know, and it reversed it. And most people who wanted to soft mod it never updated.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
Come on. I'll take it good.
It's also not
Annihilate.
an issue, because
Yeah, it is. They haven't broken it yet.
they broke it within the first days.
No, they didn't.
Kind of the thing. Because it wasn't a very tough thing to, break through. It's just a matter of, oh hey, I have to change one file.
You got it.
I'll take it from here.
I remember reading about it back when they were like all upset, like, oh no, we'll never have another mod again for Wii. Oh wait, maybe I should do that really quick.
No, it's a lot more complicated than you think it is. You have this problem where you oversimplify everything, and it just...
Well, you have a problem where you don't frickin' ever complicate anything,
Well, I don't complicate
or where you don't let any simple solutions through ever.
Eggman's on
Because if it's not,
one of them.
if you don't have to fundamentally change every rule of the universe, then you aren't interested in it, I've noticed.
No, you just...
Because
for
Wii
some
U
reason, you just
modding
think
is
that-
stupidly easy. It's just a matter
Yeah,
of...
it is if you don't update
No,
the latest
with
version.
the latest version. It
No.
was never an issue.
Yes, it was, Henry.
It broke that particular mod at the time.
No.
That was it.
I'll take it from here. Come
It
on.
wasn't that long until they had a fully functional mod for the new one. Since, I mean, at that point in the Wii U's lifespan, they kind of, you had to have it in order to just turn on the damn Wii U.
Those guys look pretty tough. Careful now.
Annihilate. Annihilate. Charge. Annihilate. Charge. Fire.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate. Worthless consumer model.
Two birdies.
Kill.
I'll take it from here.
So yeah, Wii U modding isn't hard. Like, even with the new one, it never really proved to be any...
No, it was a problem. It was a huge problem for
They're
months.
firing at us. Dodge the bullets by moving up and down.
I remember about a week after I got that firmware update, everybody was like, oh no, it's gonna be the end of Wii U modding. Oh, wait. And then I saw a follow-up video from one of the people who was working on it, because that was the point where I was thinking about modding it, and then I saw that, I was like, oh no, that's shit. Then I saw a later video that was like, oh yeah, you kind of cracked that, like, pretty fast. So, yeah. If you guys are interested in modding it, here's the new method.
Affirmative. Eliminate all Eggman's fleet weapons.
I'd say it was a pretty good little tutorial for what it was. Of course, did kind of leave me with more questions than answers, but it was just more so okay. Because they had to change the way they were doing it. They could no longer do, like, whatever they had been doing up to that point.
And that's why it was a problem.
I think it
Because
came...
they patched over a huge exploit they were using.
I think they figured out
And
something...
they only did that just to block people who were modding it.
Shadows rocket.
I think they ended up finding a different way using, like... What was it? I saw it... They were talking about, like... I think it might have been...
Destroy all.
Like, the Wii...
Is that it?
like, BIOS that it has on there is the new target or something like... I can't remember what it was. It was something weird, like... It's like, okay, I guess that
Omega,
works.
do your thing.
But just, like... They found some other exploit they could use, and it was just kind of like, okay, then. Yeah, cool. Come on. Why can't you...
Yep, looks like they got past it, but it was a huge problem for a long while.
Yeah, much like everything in every modding community ever, though, it went away.
That doesn't always happen, though.
Well, at least I got a checkpoint.
Yeah, it doesn't always happen where it becomes a non-issue in the future.
I mean, I think they had to, like... I think one of the ways that you can do it now is if you own a specific version of, like... I want to say it's a Skylanders game, then you can mod it as well, because, like, one of the Skylanders games needs to have, like, a special patch for it that fixes, like, a fix they made in the official firmware. So, I swear, like, Wii U modding is, like, one of the most turbulent things ever, because...
Yeah, but like most Nintendo stuff, it's pretty easy to hack once you get down to it.
Except for Game Boys.
You know, Game Boys are stupidly easy.
Advanced? What the hell?
Yeah, they're
Nobody's ever been
stupidly
able to... The only thing that I've ever seen is people making other things play Game Boy Advance, which...
Is that a joke, Henry? There's so many mods for Game Boy Advance.
That's not a hardware, but like a software mod.
There's no software to mod in the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, Alexa, shut up. Amazon, shut up.
Why is there an
Because I
alarm?
accidentally set an alarm when I was trying to set you an alarm for 4:30 earlier. I thought, oh hey, I'll be nice, I'll set him an alarm.
Amazon, stop. Amazon, stop.
I thought I would be nice and give you an alarm for 4:30 already, since I couldn't find you. I didn't want to forget.
Oh, stupid robot. Oh.
Screw you.
Mission failed.
I like how Rouge just like circled around me like, I'll save you, honey.
No, I can't do anything. You're dead.
Affirmative.
So
Yeah,
I
no,
always-
but there's no software to hack on the Game Boy Advance.
I mean, there's frickin' the one thing, is Ace cards, which is pretty...
Well, that's DS. That's not.
Well, no, there's... I can't think of what it's called, but there are...
There are flash cards for the Game Boy Advance, but
Yeah, flashcards, there we go.
that's another hardware mod. Well,
Yeah.
kind of. It's
I mean, it's the earliest of the real hardware mods. At this
but
point.
like GameCube modding is stupidly easy.
Kind of, if you're willing to...
You don't even have to take it apart. You just have to get a.
No, if you're
freaking-
willing to, like, spill a little bit of money on an expensive thing, then yeah, it's pretty easy.
It's not expensive. It's like $30. That's not.
Yeah,
that
that's
bad.
really stupidly expensive, given the
Not
fact that you
really.
could buy, like, an entire GameCube for about $5.
Well, yeah, but the GameCube is so valueless, it doesn't really matter.
Let's take this bridge down.
Like, there's so many GameCubes out there that nobody wants.
It's really sad too, because the GameCube, I like it.
Is that it?
Where's Shadow? Oh, there he is.
Target
He
destroyed.
just wasn't there for a while. It's kind of sad,
Affirmative.
but it is true that GameCube is sadly undervalued in a lot of people's homes.
Yep, the actual GameCube itself is undervalued because a lot of people just say, oh hey, the Wii plays it, so why do I need a GameCube?
Well, you
Which,
see,
fair point, but...
that is kind of a fair point if you're willing to say that, oh yes, here, why do I need to have money?
Looks like that case is being...
My parents will pay for it. That kind of a logic. I mean, yes, it does work, but at the same time, not perfectly. There are some minor issues, like
No, it's more like...
specifically
no,
with
no, it's-
visual
no,
capabilities.
It's more like,
the
why do
Wii-
I need a 360 if my Xbox One can play most of those games?
Except the Xbox One.
Yeah, but they'll play most of the games people want to play on the 360.
Except for a lot of the games, the 360 actually did it really smart in the way that it's like, it's actually programmed to look if the game is in, like, if the game, they find it has a Xbox One version, it will not play the 360 version of it, unless if it's one of the 360 stroke 1 discs. Which I kind of like. Yeah, which is why you can't play, like, GTA 5, your 360 disc on a Xbox One, and you can't play Minecraft for 360 on
Well,
a
yeah,
one.
you can't play games that aren't in their specific compatibility list.
Well, yeah,
That's
but
the
if you
same
look...
way if you do original Xbox games on the 360.
Well, yeah,
Which
but
is
if you
the
look,
other
though...
really big one people say, why do I need an original Xbox if the 360 can play?
Well, that's not actually accurate.
It can
The
play-
360
it
can play some
can-
of the games.
It can play over half of them. It can play like
It can play some of the
80%
games,
them.
but the issue being that they aren't quite... If there's a minor flaw in the disc, the 360 refuses to read it, whereas the original Xbox will read your disc. Like, for instance, your Halo disc. The 360 can't read it, but the original Xbox will read it. And because it's more picky with its discs, I guess.
Probably.
Down!
But yeah, it's kind of like people being like, "Oh yes, why would I want a Game Boy Advance when not?" I totally forgot that those birds even existed.
Oh man, I forgot you had to change altitudes to avoid them as Team Dark.
I did too.
You could always jump off on that one airship and avoid them.
Yeah, but then I would still have to get another one of these and fly.
Well, yeah,
through
but
the
then you
same
can get the
pathway.
one up as well.
Rope down!
Something you might want to consider, since you only have 2 lives left.
Ascend. I like how those guys are still just staring out of the ship instead of attacking me, like, la-di-da-di-da-da.
And there, now you don't have to worry about the one birds. Oh man.
Heroes logic.
I'm really happy with how far Xbox soft modding has gone. Like the original Xbox, it's so stupid.
You know what
easy to
console
soft
still
mod.
doesn't have any real modding at all,
That
though?
battleship up ahead!
3DS, for the most part, just very lackluster.
Hello.
I'll take a cut!
Chaos control.
All right!
I mean, if you've been downloading it, it should be in your downloads folder. Yes. Yes, you do have to do that. Especially if they say it won't be free tomorrow or whatever, you definitely should. Yeah, you bet just to be safe. Because it could still be there, but in the off chance that they're like, oh, but it's not free today, so you have to pay for it now. Yeah, probably. Don't know. We haven't planned it yet. We'll call you back when we figure it out.
I'll take it from here!
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here! I'll take it from
Alright,
here!
see you in a bit.
Chaos control.
I was not going to give any chances.
Yeah, I saw that. I love how good you are at that now.
Honestly, if I wanted to, I could do the entire game only with Team Blast, and I actually thought of a fun speedrunning challenge. Only Team Blast.
Only using Team Blast to attack things?
Yeah, imagine that.
Oh no, that would take forever.
I don't know. As long as you're willing to get, like, E ranks, you could probably beat through most of the game relatively easily, since
Alright,
you
I
don't
think
have
that's
to...
gonna be where we leave off, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.